causing any more problems in the future. Thank you for your assistance, as always. This one was quite a step up from the other procedure. It's a bit exciting, isn't it? Ah, but it looks like she's just waking up. And the bleeding stopped. You're free to leave now, doctor. If you wish, with your permission, I'll deal with the rest. Did you enjoy your little nap? Nothing? You look awake, but you have no focus. I suppose I can expect you to be alerted right now. That's what happens when you run out of sleeping charms and you have to use medicine. Who knows how long it will take? But we'll both live, and depending on how compliant you are, I might be able to replenish my supply of charms soon. In this case, it's better that it kept you out for so long. Anyway, I can only imagine the shock if you'd woken up about 10 minutes earlier. It might have been funny, but you would have been so difficult to work with then. It's alright. Don't mind me, Arcanist. I'm just cleaning you up a bit. You don't want your face kicked in blood now, do you? I suppose I'm just talking to myself right now. I'm not sure how much you're able to comprehend. I need to be patient. As long as you're still waking up, I think I'm going to conduct a test. Hold still now. Now, keep your head still and keep your eyes open. Don't panic. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just covering your eyes with my hand. Like this, see? And with my other hand, I'm just going to make a small spark. I promise that it's nothing bad. Just a quick flash. Are you ready? Just a little one on the left. Done. Completely painless, you see. Now, I shift my hand and then a little spark here on the right. You really flinched to that one. Good. Very good, actually. You know, you behave so much better when your mind is in a fog. You're nice and obedient. Normally some ungodly sense of pride drives you to test me. And I have to do terrible things. That's one of the reasons this took so long to do. That would have made it so much harder to gog my success here. But I shouldn't get too excited just because you jumped. Let's do at least one more test, alright? What if instead of a spark, I made a light? Just a small light. Duller than a candle flame. I'll cast it right here, on this side of your face. Can you follow it without moving your head? Left, right, up, down, like that. Yes, marvelous. I've got the feeling I should do something else, though it might be good to test how far out your vision goes, just to be safe. I might have to wait until you're fully healed for that. If I have to make glasses for you, I will. But it's not going to be the most convenient. Trying to speak? I apologize, but I can't quite make it out. Even if it wasn't all incoherent mumbling, I won't be able to understand you like this. Why? Why? What? Why can you see my little light? Yes. Why do you think you can see it in your drug-addled mind? What do you think has just happened? Wait. I wouldn't look in that direction if I were you. Oh. Yes. That's your old eye on that table. No. Shh. Stop. Shh. Be still. Don't struggle. There's nothing you can do, and nothing further is going to happen to you. It's already over and done with. So be calm. There's no need to be upset with me. I did tell you not to look. But the expression on your face is very entertaining. I'd say you're definitely awake. Quiet now. Shh. That's better. Listen. I'm going to take this thing out of your mouth. I don't think you'll bite, and I'm assuming you will control your outburst. But I think I'll leave the straps where they are for the moment, at least until you no longer have that look, like you want to claw your own face. I'm sure you're not going to miss the taste of that. What have I done? Silly question. I fixed you, Arcanist. I give you a gift. Please, let me explain. Before I left court, I had the opportunity to try a few anatomical experiments with His Majesty's permission. As you know, we have a number of fairy folk in our country. What I discovered is that their limbs and other body parts tend to keep for a long time, almost forever, and once severed from their original body, they can become quite clingy for another one. So I thought, why not attach them to human bodies and see what happens? My test subjects were primarily injured soldiers. You might notice how a lot of the others in this castle have their limbs, fingers, or even teeth switched out for fairy parts. I've been told they vastly prefer it to the usual wooden prosthetic. The results have been interesting. Experimenting with the fairy eye is a first, though. Yes, I had to make room for the replacement. That old eye wasn't doing anything for you anyway. A bad dream? No. This is all completely real. I promise you. If it feels like a dream, that's probably the medicine taking its sweet time to wear off. Arcanist, you are going to make yourself sick if you continue to gasp air like that. What do you have to fret about? You damaged your vision, and now, thanks to me, your vision is perfect. Or not perfect, probably. I imagine no two people have the exact same eyesight, but we can narrow down the difference later. But it is much better than it was, probably even better than it used to be before the accident, if we're being honest. There's only a few small side effects that I've found when using fairy limbs. They tend to act out on their own at times. Let me know if you find you're suddenly looking at something without your meaning to. And of course, cosmetically, it doesn't look the same. You had a lovely pair of eyes, and now you're mismatched. It's a pity, but we'll learn to live with it. There can be something beautiful about asymmetry. And beside, look at how well it's sticking to your flesh. It lets in light and moves so fluidly compared to your other option. Oh, sorry. Tender area. I forgot. Shall I tell you where I obtained this one? What you now have swishing around in your head was taken from one of the creatures we captured when we moved into Petroval, specifically a fiend knight. If I'm remembering correctly, a vicious thing. It had a lot of objection to our moving in. When we first met in Oak Reach and I learned of your condition, I immediately thought, wouldn't it be so fitting to finally put this creature to use for such a special human like you? Oh, but why would I take it out? Then you'd have nothing in there at all. And I don't think either of us want that. You still have to serve me. You know, we have an army to raise. Well, I sincerely doubt that that is the case. But let me make something clear, then. If it turns out that you still can't see well enough to craft spells, I'll just rip that eye back out and give you a new one. And I might not have the patience to put you to sleep for it. You think this was an unpleasant experience? It could be a lot worse. So then, what do you think? Can you see well enough now? That's what I like to hear. The expression you're making makes me wonder what this room must look like to you now. This whole castle is rich with magic. It must make for a strange sight to someone who sees the patterns. Me, I've noticed I'm usually a lot more awake in these walls than outside them. More powerful. I think we're on the same page now. So let me take these off of you. Hopefully you won't be bruised after all that struggling you were doing before. This is the first time seeing you in tears. You're not normally the type. I wonder if it's the pain or the fear bringing it out of you. Or maybe it's just the medicine. You poor thing. Get it out of your system then. Shh. Yeah. It's upsetting. I know. This will take some getting used to. But it's also a wonderful thing to be able to see properly again. To be able to do what you were born for. Give it some time, and you'll understand. You'll learn to like what I've done for you. For now, would you like to be brought back to your room? Yes, I want to start making you work today. I'm not a monster. Besides, I doubt you'd be able to draw so much as steady lines in the state you're in right now. Just rest and recover, my dear Arcanist. The pain will fade. Everything fades.